Hello, ma'am, classmates. This is my report about nitrogen into nitrogen cycle. What is nitrogen? Nitrogen makes up about 78% of our atmosphere. Nitrogen in the atmosphere, it is mostly in the form of N2, which is a compound that plants and animals cannot use. The process of converting nitrogen into compounds that can be used by plants and animals is called the nitrogen cycle. Why is nitrogen is important? The delicate balance of substances that is important for maintaining life is an important area of research, and the balance of nitrogen in the environment is no exception. When plants lack nitrogen, they become yellowed with stunted growth and produce smaller fruits and flowers. Farmers may add fertilizer containing nitrogen to their crops to increase crop growth. Without fertilizer containing nitrogen to their crops to increase crop growth. Without nitrogen fertilizer, scientists estimate that we would lose up to one-third of the crops we rely on for food. Other types of agriculture, but we need to know how much nitrogen is necessary for plant growth because too much can pollute waterways, hurting aquatic life. Nitrogen is key to life. Nitrogen is a key element of nucleic acid, DNA and RNA, which are the most important of all biological molecules and crucial for all living things. What is eutrophication? Excess nitrogen can also leach or drain from the soil into underground water source, or it can enter aquatic system as above ground runoff. This excess nitrogen can build up, leading to a process called eutrophication. Eutrophication happens when too much nitrogen enriches the water, causing excessive growth of plants and algae. Too much nitrogen can even cause a lake to turn bright green or other colors with a bloom of smelly algae called phytoplankton. When the phytoplankton dies, micro microbes in the water decompose them. The process of decomposition reduces the amount of dissolved oxygen in the water, can lead to a dead zone that does not have enough oxygen to support most life forms organisms. In the dead zone, dying from lack of oxygen, this dead zone can happen in freshwater lakes and also in coastal environments which rivers full of nutrients from agriculture, runoff, fertilizers overflow into ocean. Stage 1. The nitrogen fixation. In this stage, nitrogen moves from the atmosphere into the soil. Earth's atmosphere contains a huge pool of nitrogenous gas N2, but this nitrogen is unavailable to plants because gases from cannot be used directly by plants. Without undergoing transformation to be used by plants, the N2 must be transformed through a process called nitrogen fixation. Fixation converts nitrogen into atmosphere forms that plants can absorb through their root system. In figure 1, you can see nitrogen fixation and exchange of form occurring in the soil. Some bacteria plant roots and have symbiotic beneficial for both. The plant can bacteria relationship with plant. The bacteria get energy through photosynthesis and in return they fix nitrogen in the form the plant needs. The fixed nitrogen and then carried to other parts of the plant and is used to form plant tissues so plant can grow. Other bacteria live freely in soils or water and can fix nitrogen. Without this symbiotic relationship, this bacteria can also create form of nitrogen can be used by organism. The next slide. This is the uh, picture of nitrogen cycles. The nitrogen fixation. These steps, the nitrogen fixation Nitrogen needs to get converted to nitrogenous compounds. This process is called nitrogen fixation. The rhizobum bacteria, wait, sorry, the rhizobum, tong bulpin, atmospheric nitrogen, kining kuan siya, atmospheric nitrogen cannot be used by directly by plants and animals. Kining nitrogen needs to get converted to nitrogenous compounds. This process is called nitrogen fixation. Kining mo na siya ang the rhizobium bacteria. Kini uh, lives in the root of nodules of leguminous plants. Nitrogen convert to ammonia in its tree. Mo na siya. Ang kining nitrifying bacteria ammonia ang ammonia in its tree. Mo ni. Then ang kining ammonia ang kining converted to ay convert siya to convert ammonia to nitrites. Mo siya ang NO3, NO2. Ang ammonia and H3 ang kaning nitrifying bacteria kini NO2 mo ning NO2 NO2 ug NO3 kini ang kuan ang ammonia NH3 nitrifying bacteria nitrates NO2 nitrifying nitrates NO3 mo sila. Then nitrogen fixations kana siya occur by lightning strikes kini mo ni. Then ang kini siyang lightning occurs by lightning ang nitrogen kaning mugawas kuno ni og kanang nakilat na padung diri sa yun kaning padung sa yun sa soil then mo ni gitawag nga assimilation, the absorption of N3 in the plants mo ni suyupon ni sa tanom then kanon ang kining tanom makakuha proteins then mo ni ang kaning hayop get proteins from the plants mo ni kanon sa hayop ang kaning grass mo ni ang hayop nakakaon og na proteins ni galing sa grass. Then kining dead plants ug mamatay ning hayop ug kining hayop ug kining plants mo ni kanon sila sa decomposer mo ni gitawag nga ammonification ang init spore. Then ang ani ammonia get converted to nitrites NO3. Then some nitrates are again used by plants due to then kaning mo na ning denitrification is kaning final step siya in which other bacteria convert the simple nitrogen back into nitrogen gas into which is the release back into atmosphere to begin the cycle again. Ito ma'am. Ano sila? Balik-balik ka ning cycle sa nitrogen. Ano nga kini ang acidification. Stage 2 mo na siya katong explanation sa atong stage 2 na nitrification. In this stage takes place soil in the soil nitrogen moves to organic materials such as manure or plants materials to inorganic forms of nitrogen that the plant can use. Eventually the plant's nutrients are used up and the plant dies and decompose. Siya mo na siyang explanation. Muna siya ang katong step 5 nitrification. In the fifth stage of the nitrogen cycle, Nitrogen returns to the air as nitrates are converted to atmospheric nitrogen into by bacteria through the process we call denitrification. This results in all over loss of nitrogen from soil as the gaseous form of nitrogen moves in the atmosphere back where began our story. More siya magbalik-balik ra siyang cycle sa nitrogen. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am. Thank you for listening.